Morning. Welcome to Ketohomestead with Jess. It's another day. Thank God it's Friday. Not that it matters, but not to me anyway. Back out again in the kitchen. As always. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my kitchen. Hope you all slept well. Okay. We got one in the chat. It's my YouTube side so I can see the chat better. I keep getting a million notifications everywhere. Okay. Now I'm in the live chat. We got 3. Not Shag. Good morning. How you doing? I was upset. I seen you were live yesterday and I went to click on the live and it was like, poof, you're gone. You ended it. So I was like, dang, I missed it. I always try to make it to your Sunday reflection. I always forget. I always enjoy your Sunday reflections. I think that's my favorite live of yours. Did I say that right? I don't even know if I said that right. I'm still waking up myself. I slept in big time today. Hey, Firefly, good to see you. Back at it again, Firefly in the kitchen as always. Jess giving Firefly some coffee. She better not drink it if she drinks cream and her coffee or milk, though. All her sickness. She's got enough mucus coming out of her. She don't need no more. Hey, Cass. Good morning. Good afternoon. Your entertainment is here. I love you all. I need a drill bit to the ear. No. Oh my gosh, that sounds like some medieval stuff. You might have been able to get that treatment back in the day, Firefly. Try not to be too loud. Yes, afternoon. How's Cherry? We can talk about Cherry. Not a lot of sleep. I don't know how you guys do it. I get super emotional without sleep. I'll be crying. I need my sleep. But I guess the good thing is that it's all draining out of you. I'm not gonna stop there. Charity is Shad's puppy. Oh! Good morning, Steve. How are you? I hope you slept well. Ew, that chop just backfired. I went by the house and was like, poof. Oh my gosh. Cass, you have no idea. He says you're looking beautiful this morning. I must have slept hard last night. Usually, I know people might think this is disgusting, but whatever, I don't care. Sometimes I go to sleep with my makeup on and my fake eyelashes, and I definitely did that last night. I was pooped. I passed out. I must have been sleeping hard because I woke up this morning. I didn't even look at myself in the mirror. I just did my chicken thing, fed the chicken, did some behind the scenes stuff on YouTube for a little bit, then decided to go live. I was like, well, I guess I better go look at myself in the mirror before I go live. Y'all, I had freaking makeup clear down my cheeks. I had eyelash glue, like on my cheekbones. My eyelashes were halfway off my face. It was funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I looked myself in the mirror before I went live. So I must have been tossing and turning and smushing my face in the pillow or in the bed. Oh my gosh, Firefly. 4 o'clock? And that special guest you had was crazy. Well, we all do that. Just joking. She is awesome. We went for a walk this morning. Soon we feast on eggs and bacon. Yay! Never go wrong with eggs and bacon. When I wake up in my makeup. Wow, guys. She didn't sleep for about an hour. Bacon. Do you have any taste right now, Firefly? Did your taste come back? Crazy tidbit. Some more useful information I always carry in my brain. You know your taste buds die and fall off every 28 days and regenerate. Isn't that crazy? So, growing up, your mom always has that saying about trying new food or trying foods over and over again. There was some truth in that. Still tastes like metal. Yeah. I ain't no doctor, that's for sure. But you're welcome. That shit's loud, didn't know that. That's good. useless information stored in my brain. I'm done with the nasty medicine. Should be better. Yeah. I'm hoping you'll be better now that you've taken it all. I don't know. Hey, South Florida TCL, welcome back. Good to see you. I want to go swimming today. You always want to go swimming. I don't think it would matter how sick you were, Firefly. You'd still want to go swimming. Fireflies are water bugs. All right, maybe I can get something accomplished today. I don't know about that much, Chad. Probably not. I don't think it'd necessarily be your taste buds to worry about. It would be your body. Your body gets used to stuff like that. I don't know, though. I ain't that scientific into it. Firefly or water leaf. Aw. There's a strange, steamy morning with the sunrise. It's beautiful. That's awesome. I missed the sunrise today, that's for sure. I usually get to see it. Those wings looked yummy yesterday. I smashed them. What's the temperature? It's 67 right now. It said this morning it was supposed to get to 86, I believe, here in Ohio today. So we'll see. Be another hot, muggy one, I guess. I don't mind the hot temperatures. What I don't like is the humidity and when it's like muggy and sticky. And, ugh. I don't like that. I don't even know what I'm doing this morning, you guys. I have nothing planned. Let's do, I need to get some stuff out of this kitchen. So let's do, I think I'm gonna do some beef broth. Get it canned up today. That should be plenty of carrots. Oh, yeah, it should be plenty. Firefly says 67 here too. Oh, let's see. Cass said I could almost taste them. Let's see. Yes, good. Here. $83 here is supposed to be 117 with the index 511. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that. Florida's pretty humid too, isn't it? I know, like the West Coast, it's all like dry heat, and 117 isn't too bad with the dry heat. I don't mind that, but humidity, I just can't deal with it anymore. Eggs and bacon noodles. That's me and my accents full. Oh. Alright. Here's my pillar. I need my slop bucket. Slop bucket. And the scraps I have go to the animals. So when I kill carrots, the chickens will get that stuff. Just move the spoon so I can see. And I get all these vegetables cut up, get some beef stock going, and I can focus on making some breakfast. Alright, I want to show you a trick too, so if anybody peels potatoes or carrots or anything like that, or if you shave, it works for shaving too. I know you haven't been live today. I was waiting for everybody else to go live. No, nobody was going live. I was like, screw it, I'll go live. Do you have to peel carrots? Yeah, I would strongly recommend peeling carrots, especially if you're canning with them. Oh, thanks, Mooney. All right, so here's a trick I learned in a nursing home years and years and years ago. When you shave or you peel, it was mainly, I learned the trick about the nursing home, and then I implemented it into peeling carrots and potatoes. But you know how, like, sometimes, like, when you're younger, you'd be peeling potatoes or carrots, and you'd always nick your thumb or your finger or something, peel it, your skin back. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. Same concept with shaving, right? With your skin. Sometimes you nick yourself with the razor, but if you keep the razor on your skin and never lift it up, the only time you lift it up is to rinse it off, obviously, but you never lift the peeler or razor up off your skin. So you just go back and forth like this, and I guarantee you'll never cut yourself anymore. And I taught Barrett this trick when he was shaving, because he always had nicks in his cheeks from shaving. He'd be having toilet paper hanging from his face, you know. And I'm like, why don't you just never lift the razor up? He's like, what are you talking about? So I taught him how to do it. He never nicks himself anymore. I do the same technique, shaving legs, shaving carrots, potatoes. And I just thought, you know, I learned that like when I was like 17 when I first started the nursing home. And I just thought everybody knew that trick. And I guess not. And I think it's way faster too. It takes the less time. spots on the carrot that are bad, instead of cutting it out, I just shave it down until that spot's no longer there. Yeah. I messaged you and let you know too, Mooney. I don't know if you see my message or not. Not a shave or laugh out loud. I let things grow. That's all right. It still works on the vegetables. I fell asleep during your live last night. I tried to stay awake. It's all right, Mooney. We were all talking to you, and I'm like, I think she passed out. Everybody's like, yeah, Mooney passed out. I can't remember. I think it was Twinbrook Acres was asking, Mooney, how you doing? You still hanging in there? And like 10 minutes went by. I'm like, yeah, she's passed out. Firefly shad. Don't need no stinking razor, I know. Cat says shaving carrots, laugh out loud. I know that sounds funny, but it works. Why is that embarrassing? It wasn't like anybody could see you. It's not embarrassing. If you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep. I think it's like weird too, like speaking of mad shad not shaving, like guys that have like really long hair and beards and stuff like that, and you're so used to them having hair, and then they shave it or cut it or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, it always freaked me out. I'm like, no, but I like long hair and beards and stuff like that. Me and Barrett made a bet years ago. I think that was back when we were like watching the Super Bowl or something like that, back before people quit standing for the Pledge of Allegiance or the anthem, I mean. And so we were watching one of the Super Bowls and we were betting. His bet was if he lost, he had to shave his head bald like Mr. Clean and his face. And he lost, you guys. That was like the worst bet ever. He shaved his head, shaved his face. I hated it. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even look at him for like weeks. It's so weird. I don't like it. We got 9 thumbs up. Awesome. 8 watching, 9 thumbs up. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Hey, Hannah, good to see you. Hope all is well. Oh no. She has a tad bit of marama in her, which is another livestock carrier. Mooney needs to bring her dogs down here. Are you still getting yours fixed, or are you still planning on mating them? Breeding them, whatever you want to call it. Are you breeding them, Mooney? I'm just traveling home from work. How are you? I'm good. You be safe. Be careful. Yep, we could visit Shad. Shad's like 2 hours away, I think. I think it's about 2 hours he's from me. They're close to it, like maybe an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. But yeah, he's not too far. Trying to get Mad Shad to move closer. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Erie. I mean, I've heard stories and stuff, but I've never been there. And wait a minute. Lake Erie. I think I have been to Lake Erie when I was young, like really young. My grandpa was teaching me how to windsurf. I think it was Lake Erie we went to. I don't know though. You always hear stories. I think it was Lake Erie we went windsurfing at. I want land, but it gotta be close to Cleveland. Oh, you gotta be close to Cleveland. Well, did you look into any of those the suggestions I made to you on that live? I just cut the ends off and then I do a rough cut and throw it in. My God. Ooh, that was loud. I apologize. Just don't put your head in. I tried not to let my kids swim at the shore when we took the boat out. I let them jump in. What are you turkeys chirping about? You're so loud this morning. I forgot, Jess, what was the suggestions? Go down to your local sheriff's office and ask them for a list of abandoned properties in the area. And then, if you have any more questions, go ahead and ask them. Usually, it's a sheriff's sale list or abandoned property list. And you ask the sheriff's department about it, and they'll give you a list. And sometimes they call it a sheriff's sale. And they'll give you the information on it. And basically what it is somebody that passed away and there's back taxes on it. Or another case is if somebody couldn't afford their taxes and their back taxes are too far behind for them to pay. Basically, you can buy land and a house for whatever those back taxes are. And I've seen them as little as $1,000, where you can get like 5 acres for $1,000 just because of the back taxes. But people don't keep up on going and consistently looking at the list. There's houses that just sit there. A lot of real estate people do that. They go down to the sheriff's office, and then the people, well, I shouldn't say real estate people, but like, have you seen those shows or YouTube channels where they buy houses and flip them? It's kind of like the same concept. Instead of you flipping it, you keep it. Yes, sheriff's office. Yes, there are. And like I said, you know, some of the properties might be like super run down and stuff. You might gotta put some sweat into it, but I think it's a lot more affordable to do it that way than any other way. Try to go out and buy a new piece of property and build a house and put electric and drill a well or whatever you gotta do. If you can find an established homestead that is run down or abandoned, that would be my personal preference anyway. Chad's writing it all down. Oh, yeah, sheriff's office. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm looking into foreclosures. It's so much. Yeah, you don't want to go after the foreclosures. You want to go after the, I hate saying this because I was in that situation and it's horrible. But you want to go after the back taxes, people that couldn't pay it. And of course, do your own research, talk to other people, get some more advice. I know there's a guy on YouTube that that's how he built his homestead. He found an abandoned homestead, and he was just, the way he did it, he was out driving around, and he found this property that was overgrown, and it looked like nobody had been there forever. So he went searching for the mailbox, and he found the mailbox and wrote down the address, and then he went down to the sheriff's office to inquire about it. And basically, the people that had lived there were elderly and passed away, and the house just basically sat, and they didn't have any like heirs to claim it or anything like that, so it just sat. Well, he was able to obtain that property and get it up and running, and I believe he paid like $2,500 for that property, and I'm not sure what area he's in, but it was quite a few acres. It wasn't no 5 acres, I know that. It was quite a few. I was just, that was like a couple years ago I watched that. I was like, oh my gosh. And then that's what sparked me researching it and how to go about doing it and stuff like that. Just to be able to have the knowledge to pass it on. Not that I want to drive around looking for abandoned properties, but I think that's good information to know for somebody else to help them out. All right, I think that's enough carrots. Good morning, Jake. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. You could do that too, Matt Chad. You can walk into the bank and ask too. But like I said, foreclosures, basically what foreclosures, I'm sure you already know, foreclosures are people that still owe money on the home. So that's why you're going to pay more on a foreclosure, because you're basically paying the bank back for what the previous owner owed and now you owe. I should have written it all down. Okay. Not a problem for you. Watch this video, Jess. I put it in the wrong bucket. Dang it. I do this to myself all the time. I don't even have the YouTube side pulled up on my computer. Hold on, Firefly. Come on, my computer's loading so slow. All right, there's that link. Oh, it's my link. Thank you, Firefly. Oh, that's the first time I just had to watch it. Well, thank you, Firefly, for posting that. I appreciate it. I don't know how you guys like your beef sauce, but I like it really strong. So when anybody's sick, it'll knock any germs out. I'm gonna rinse these off real good. Wash them. They look pretty healthy. They don't have any dirt on them visibly that I see. And I just rough cut onions. I leave the skin on and everything. I do take off the ends. My knife sharpened. But yeah, I leave the skins on and everything. And just rough cut it. Nothing special. Cutting this onion, I'm just making my belly hungry. You know, Barrett can take an onion and eat it like an apple. Just like pick it up and bite into it. Ugh. I don't know how he does it. Are you serious, Firefly? I didn't know that was legal. That's kind of cool. For the people that do that stuff. Ooh, this onion got my eyes watering. Woo, they're strong. My eyeballs are burning. Where's my dish towel though? My Lance said those are strong. Woo. So is anybody else doing anything today? Are you being productive? Hey, New Beginnings. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Y'all, please hit the thumbs up. Share me out if you have the capability. I'd appreciate it. And as soon as I get this beef broth on the stove and cooking, well, I'm going to chop up all of the stuff and put all the ingredients in, and then I'm going to set it aside, and then I'm going to make breakfast. And after I make breakfast, then, you know, the grocery haul I did last night, well, then I got to work on separating all the meat and get it put away in the freezers, because my refrigerator is like busting at the seams because we didn't put it away last night. So it's going to be a busy day. I still have to get out to the garden too and pick beans and check the tomatoes. They were flushing the other day, so I imagine quite a few of them will be red. So I need to can some stewed tomatoes, lots and lots of stewed tomatoes, because I ran out completely out of stewed tomatoes, and those are like our number one go-to. We eat stewed tomatoes like crazy. What am I looking for? Celery. I need celery. And this is basically the basics of broth, whether you're making chicken, beef, deer, whatever you're doing. Carrots, onions, celery. Give it a good rinse. Same thing, rough chop everything. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and Jasmine was with me. It was so funny. And they had chicken feet in there. They call them chicken prongs, but they had chicken feet in there, and I picked up a pack. She's like, ew, gross, Mom. I was like, what? I was like, we're going to fry them up for dinner and eat them. It's just like eating chicken wings. It's just chicken feet. She's like, oh, no. And I'm like, you just fry it up, put a chicken toe in your mouth, and eat it. She's like, whoa. She was freaking out. I was laughing so hard. Hey, Jessica Dumpster Girl, great to see you. Long time. Hope all is well. Any good finds lately, Jess? The beans aren't blushing. The tomatoes are blushing, Cass. Yesterday was your birthday. Well, happy belated birthday. And I picked something on my community tab yesterday if you want to see. Yeah, I would definitely check it out. Let me see. Give me just a second. My computer is running super slow in the kitchen. But this computer in here, it's like, I don't even know how old it is. It's old as dirt. What the heck is it doing? Okay. It's a Mac, but it's old. I think it's like 10 plus years old. But it's okay, because the only thing I do on this computer is either look up recipes or stream live. It's the only time I use this one. So I shouldn't complain, because it allows me to stream in the kitchen so you guys can see. Come on, slow poke. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. 5 minutes ago. Let's see what you got yesterday. Girl, you're active on your community tab. Okay, today is my birthday. If anyone's, everybody go check out Jessica's Dumpster Girl if you would like. If you like what you see, give her a thumbs up, subscribe, and go check out our community tab. All right. You're welcome. Mooney, I told you, let me know, and we'll go behind scenes and I'll walk you through it. You can do it. You're a brave woman. Turning Guns, hello, good morning. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome to my channel. What's for breakfast? Well, right now I'm putting on beef broth. I'm getting it ready so I can cook it all day. And then I'm going to probably do sausage gravy, keto style. Firefly says it's beautiful out. Good. Go get some sunshine, Firefly. That'll help you too. Get your vitamin D in you. Thank you, Kaz. I appreciate that. Okay, what was I doing? I need spices. I need my herbs. Now, this part, if you ever make stock for yourself, you can basically put whatever herbs you want in. I do thyme. Oh my gosh. I do thyme. I do. What's that? Not that. Don't do that. My spices are getting insane. I have so many spices. I do that black pepper. I do. I do celery seed. I do ground turmeric. Let's get these over here. Firefly says I'm on the porch. Good. I know, right, Firefly? I think everybody loves some dumpster diving. Is it really still reading positive, Firefly? What the heck? Mad Shad shared the link. Awesome. Thank you, Mad Shad. Oh my God, who's calling? We ain't talking. Telemarketers. I need my bay leaves and I can't find my bay leaves. I need to harvest some more bay leaves, I guess. But I know I have some somewhere. I just don't know where at this moment. Is that you? Yes. Got bay leaves. I knew I had them somewhere. They need to Grab some more though. Oh, yours is the first in the state to sell the weed. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna grab my recipe book just to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Need to get some new notebooks. My brains are getting all crazy. Okay, those are all my seasonings. Don't want seasonings. Ouch. Pickle spice, Italian seasoning, taco mix, ranch dressing. And it's good to have your recipes written down, you guys, because oh my gosh, they just came off the ring. It's good to have your recipes written down so you can go back. There's so many recipes. I can't remember them all. But I just came across my breakfast sausage recipe, and I'm going to use this because there's a couple of ingredients I haven't been putting in it. What is this? Cowboy beans. I think I have like 3 or 4 recipe books. I have one for canning. I have one for keto recipes, one for regular recipes, and then I have a recipe book for things like how to cure sausage, or not sausage, bacon, how to cut your meat up when you're processing, and all the good stuff for homesteading. This sucks. I'm sorry. This is going to take me a minute. Bring the phone over here so I can look at it. I'm trying to fix this mistake. Yes, I grow bay leaf. The bay leaf tree is in the greenhouse. Farmer soup. We're in all the soups. I gotta get out the soups. There's I hate going through my recipe books because then I go on a freaking rabbit hole. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to make this. I want to make that. I haven't made that in a while. So I don't really like going through my recipe book. There it is. Boom. Okay, here it is. Goodness gracious, that took forever. Put this to the side. See what we got. So we got onions, celery, carrots, all right. So this is what I do. Let me see if I can find a raggedy old cloth real quick. Usually I have one. I do. Okay, so what I do is one of the old flour sack cloths that I have. I don't know if this is going to cut, but I'm going to try with my scissors. These kitchen scissors that might not work. But I just cut a square out of an old sour sack cloth. Come on, work with me. Nope. I'm going to have to grab my fabric scissors. I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, so the reason I use an old flour sack cloth is I put all my spices in here. So when I go to can this, it's so much easier. I don't have to try to dig out the peppercorns or the bay leaves or anything like that. And if you've ever cooked or used turmeric stains everything. Turmeric, however you want to pronounce it. All right. So you just cut out a square. Has kick your butt. Thank you for the super chat, though. Appreciate it. All right, Jessica, thanks so much for visiting. I appreciate it. I can cough oats. Ew, gross, Firefly. She's so gross. She's been sending me nasty emails all morning. I think she likes watching me gag. Right, Firefly? Listen to Firefly, Kaz. If you're not going to listen to me, just look, you stop. Ew, Matt Shad, gross. I do make desserts. Mooney says I'll be right back. I put turmeric in everything. I still have stains on my counter. Yeah. All right. So I just put like, I don't really measure anything, you guys. So this is going to be a pretty big size pot. So I'm going to put 3 bay leaves in there. And then I guess the palm of my hand would be a little over a teaspoon of black pepper seeds. Full celery seed. I use this just because that's what I like. You don't have to use this. I'll do a teaspoon of that. A teaspoon of thyme. And the garlic, or the, yeah, I gotta put garlic in here too. The turmeric and garlic, you don't necessarily have to put in this cloth, but I'm going to. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon. And then we'll do garlic. And I don't put too much garlic in here because when you can with spices, it gets like really powerful. So I'm going to do a half teaspoon of garlic. And then you just bunch your cloth up, all 4 corners. And you make a little sack. tie it off. And then this way you don't have to sit there and try to strain everything out when you go to can. You can just take the sack out, rinse it out, get rid of the spices, and rewash it and reuse it until it falls apart. And it will eventually fall apart. Don't ask me how I know. All right. So there's that. Now all I need is put all these spices away. I need the bones. You can use any type of beef bone you can get your hands on, preferably on your own and organic. Whatever you can get a hold of, though, will work. Bay leaves. Okay, I think I got all the spices put away. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in? Salt. Oh, we can't forget the salt. And I use the pink Himalayan salt because, one, it's good for you, and two, it's good for canning. So I put about 2 tablespoons of salt in there. I've got beef soup beans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them in this package, and this is from a local butcher. So this is what I use. And they don't have, usually in the stores and stuff like that, they don't have soup bones. So keep your eyes out if you happen to come across soup bones, because they're really hard to find. And when I do find them, I will stock it big time on them. And they're frozen, it don't matter. Let's see what else. We're going to do 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and what that does, it helps break down the bones so you can get all the goodness out of there. Bones blowing up. All right, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then all you need to do is add water. Super simple. I can throw this on the stove and let it simmer all day long. I can even let it simmer all day and all night. It depends on your preference, how strong you want it. I might even let it simmer all night until the next morning, and then I can can everything hot. Or if I don't want to simmer it all night, I can shut it off, cover it up, and can it in the morning cold. Whatever works best for you. I get it from my dad. He always tries to gross me out. What's my favorite dessert? Probably the pumpkin cheesecake. Oh, did you not hear me earlier, Firefly? Yeah, the bay leaves are off my bay leaf tree that I have in my greenhouse. I save my beef bones, chicken bones. I make stock in the fall. Makes the whole house smell great. That's awesome. Awesome. I only use pink Himalayan salt. That's all I use too. I love my pink Himalayan salt. And with the stop here, I like to fill it all the way to the top because some of the water will evaporate. So I want to make sure I can get up as much out of this as I possibly can. And then carefully try not to spill this. And I'll have Barrett put this on the stove for me later when I'm done using the stove to cook. And we can add some more, a little bit more water. Get rid of these carrots. I try to clean as I go so I don't go crazy with a huge mess later. Alright, let's get some breakfast. I'm starved. That was a workout. And now I gotta go hunt for more herbs. This is fresh pork. This is fresh ground pork. It has no seasonings or anything in it. That's the way I like it because I want to make my own seasonings. Oh, actually, I think I still have some seasonings made up. The only thing I'm missing out of... No, I did put garlic in. I thought maybe I skipped the garlic, but I did put the garlic in. Okay, now I gotta find the pork seasoning that I made up. Here it is. Look at that. It's right in reach. Yeah, it's definitely got garlic in there. Holy cow. Okay, so what I do is instead of dirtying up another bowl and mixing it in a bowl, just be careful. I throw the sausage in the pan, and then I just put the seasoning on top. I'll do a couple heaping tablespoons, and before the pan gets too hot, I just mix it in the pan. Just mix it really good until all your spices are really good and incorporated. Oh, cheesecake. I've never tried pumpkin. Yeah, Barrett makes me an awesome keto style pumpkin cheesecake. It's amazing. Every once in a blue moon firefly. It's not my favorite. I missed it. Did she do a what? It's a Meyer box. Kat says I'll be back. All right, Kaz, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I need my keto theory or my keto book now. My keto recipe book. Pull the keto recipe book. And I thought that was right in the beginning. Where did it go? Oh, that's my Dutch baby. I haven't made a Dutch baby in a while. We should do a Dutch baby soon. Chocolate chip cookies. There's my pumpkin cheesecake. Most of my keto recipes are desserts. Has left, so she probably can't hear that. Where's that recipe? Monster bars, pumpkin roll, keto chocolate fudge. I don't want any of that. Keto bagels. Alright. Awesome. Is it all of these? I don't know what recipe book it would be in. I want to do keto biscuits. I don't remember where I put the recipe. I know the gist of it, but this is my I don't even know what you guys call it. I guess my homesteading book, where I have chicken feed recipe, hog feed recipes. There's there's so much knowledge. Food storages. Yeah, these are animal feeds. Butchering notes. Canning methods. Preserving lard. How to make lard. Hog carcass breakdown. Summer sausage. Beef tallow. Cracklings. Mozzarella cheese, sour cream yogurt. That's not in here. I just made those biscuits not too long ago either. Dang it. I can't find it. Guess I'll have to go look somewhere on Pinterest or Google and see if I can find one similar. What am I looking for? Spatula. Turn the sausage. Smells so good. Oh, I put stevia in the sausage mix too. I put just like a pinch of stevia. Get that salt and sweetness together. Oh, so good. Where did I leave my phone? Chardonnay breakfast fried eggs, sunny side up, yum, ham, water, and a slice of cheese. Me and Charlie are having a little feast. That is a feast. All right, have a good day, Kaz. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. All right, I'm getting off the chat, you guys, for a minute because I gotta look up the recipe. Since I can't find mine, maybe my phone's giving me fits. It must have heard me talking, you guys. First thing it pulls up is keto biscuits. That's creepy. Ew. No, that's not it. That one has margarine in the recipe. Or not margarine, mayonnaise. Not mayonnaise, Miracle Whip. It has Miracle Whip in the freaking recipe. That's gross. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, sorry about this. I don't know why they're putting weird stuff in the recipe. That one calls for sour cream. I guess it's not weird. It's just not something I would put in my biscuits. Take me to your recipe. This one doesn't even want to take me to the recipe. I almost hate Pinterest anymore because Pinterest gives you all these freaking ads when you're trying to read. They pop up everywhere. Okay, I'm going to use this recipe. I'm not going to sit here all day looking for one. Alright. No, I'm not because I just, I don't know what I'm going to do. Wait, we got to put it on 375. And I think I'm going to just do it by memory because that stupid thing is going nuts. So I need almond flour. Maybe if I can get to it. Put in 2 cups of almond flour. And don't forget, anybody that's still in the chat, tonight is Friday Night Mixer. We're going live at 7:30 tonight. It's usually 8 p.m., but I'm doing 7:30 tonight. So, if you want to hang out, have a good time, come over. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Friday Night Mixer. Yeah, if this thing will cooperate with me now. It says a tablespoon of baking powder. I'm not using no tablespoon. I'll use a teaspoon. That's a lot of baking soda. Salt. And it calls for a teaspoon. I'm just going to grind until my heart's content. Two tablespoons of butter and 2 large eggs. It calls for a bunch of other stuff, but I'm making it simple. So we need 2 large eggs. Tablespoons of butter. We're going to get some more butter out of the freezer. And I am going to melt this butter a little bit. You know what? No, I'm not. I lied. I'm not using butter. I'm sorry. I'm using my ghee. I'll do 2 tablespoons of ghee. Sausage is good, so I'm going to use some Anthem gum as my thickener. You don't need much, just a little bit, less than like a teaspoon. That stuff is powerful, strong. All right, let me get back in the chat now that I got all that together. Basically, you're using the Anthem gum like you would flour. You let it brown up. Are you serious? Everything disappeared on my phone. Team Duke's mayonnaise here. So I made him celery juice and beet juice, and he was just here to grab it. Awesome. He quit everything strict diet. Wow.